You already work out 4 or 5 times a week, right? Eat relatively clean, try to get 8 hours of sleep at night. You swear you're doing everything right, but then you're still left wondering, why is my energy crashing at, 2 or 3 p.m.? Why can't I shift this belly fat that I've wanted to lose for months, maybe even years? Why do I feel overall just slower, maybe mentally and physically, than I did at 35, now at 40 or 55? Right? And so a lot of people think that they're doing everything right because that's what people are telling them to do. People in person, you see a person that is in great shape, yo, man, how did you do it? Right? And they tell you exactly what you're doing now. On social media, so many people, thousands of people think they have the authority and they tell you this is what you should do. You want to lose weight, be in a calorie deficit. You want to grow muscle mass, go to the gym every single day, right? You swear you're doing everything right, but you're not getting the results you want from it. So what is actually going on? Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fitness industry. I think it is so strong right now in 2026. Obviously, I think it was around COVID time, right? When people were actually posting a lot because there was really nothing else to do and go to the gym and work out. I think that's when it was really, really strong, as well as, 2015 through 2020. I think it was really strong. But now in modern day society, again, I love the fitness industry right now. I think it's great. Everybody is motivating. Everyone is inspiring each other relatively, right? And I don't think there's too much hate going around, which is the best part about it. So that's why I love the fitness industry, and that it's getting people in the gym, getting people to realize that they need to take care of their health while they're younger so that when they're older, it's easier. Not that it's inevitable, right? I have so many videos on that, but if you start younger, it's easier as you get into your older years. So that's why I love the fitness industry. But the reason why I don't like the fitness industry is because it's kind of like a one size fits all in a sense, right? Like I said, how do I lose weight? You do this, right? And yes, everything that you've learned, that is in your head is correct about health and fitness. It's correct, but it has to be correct for you. And that's where the difference comes in, right? Again, it's not a one size fits all when it comes to health and fitness. We all have human bodies. We all run and process things the same, but on a personal level, it's different because, yes, we're all human bodies, but we all have different schedules, different lifestyles, different desires, different goals, different struggles, different problems, different things that we're going through, different lives. And that is why I don't like the fitness industry, because that point does not get across as well as it needs to be. Everyone thinks they're doing everything right, when in reality, they are just not what's right for them. And so that's exactly what I'm talking about in this video today. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing when it comes to health and fitness. Basic principles are very important to understand and get down in the beginning. But if you want incredible results, you have to personalize the structure behind it and what you're following. So today I have 3 lies that the fitness industry is telling you that you are falling for. All right, not necessarily falling for, but misinformed about. All right, and that first one is a calorie deficit. Okay, yes, a calorie deficit, that is the scientific, biological way, only way to lose fat, to lose weight, right? It's all about energy in versus energy out. A calorie deficit works because you expend more energy than you consume. So your body goes for, okay, I don't have a lot of food for energy, so I have to break down body fat. All right. And that is why a calorie deficit works. But again, it has to be personal, because people swear that they are in a calorie deficit, which they probably are, but they can't seem to get the scale number to start dropping, right? Maybe they can, but then they hit a plateau and they cannot get past it. And so they think the first thing to do, which everybody does, is drop their calories even more, which makes it all worse. This slows down your metabolism, and this can actually start muscle catabolism, breaking down your muscle tissue for energy, because again, you're not eating enough. All right, so a calorie deficit works in the most basic sense, but you have to understand it and how it works for you. The one thing that I want to talk about as well is how stress plays so much of an impact when you're in a calorie deficit. Again, your body's kind of freaking out. It's not consuming, it's not getting enough energy and food so that it can be in homeostasis, right? Biological balance. And so if you think about it, right, if you're in a high stress environment, your body's going to get freaked out easily and freak out more in a calorie deficit, and that masks fat loss, right? Because it's going to hold on to water retention. It's going to hold on to sodium. It's going to hold on to as much as it can, because it feels like, holy shit, we're not getting enough energy. We have to hold on to as much as we can so that we can stay okay, so that we we can be okay. It's a survival mechanism. And so again, you hold on to all this water retention. It's not fat that you're stuck at. It's not fat that you're gaining in a calorie deficit when you see that scale go up. It's stress, and it's masking fat loss. So that is the first thing, calorie deficit. Yes, it's important, but you're misinformed. The second lie here, or technically what you're being misinformed about, is how important recovery is. All right. Most people, when they're not getting results with the muscle development that they want to achieve, they think, okay, I need to work harder. I'm not doing enough. I need to do more sets in the gym. I need to do more reps. I need to add more weight every single week, right? Thinking that doing more equals more results, but this is not true, right? It doesn't matter at the end of the day how many days a week you go to the gym. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7 days a week. It doesn't matter as long as it works for you and the structure around your training schedule each week actually works. All right. And so what I'm getting along with this is that true, real recovery is the thing that holds everything together. It doesn't matter if you're going to the gym every single day of the week. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect meal plan that you're following. If your recovery is horrible, is poor. All right. So recovery holds everything together. That is the glue for success with your health. All right. And if you think 8 hours of sleep is just recovery, that's the surface. All right. 8 hours. Yes, that's important, but that's just duration. All right. That's just quantity of sleep. That is not quality. All right. So you need to start focusing on deep sleep. You need to focus on how much REM sleep you're getting every night. You need to make sure that you're getting high quality sleep and not just focusing on, yeah, I was in bed for 9 hours last night. I should be okay. Right? The quality matters more than the quantity at the end of the day. And so that is the piece that nobody is thinking about, is how important recovery is. When you train, you cause that's the stimulus. That's what breaks the muscle down. That's what stimulizes your nervous system, for example, right? In a strength training sense. But that's the stimulus. In order for your body to actually adapt and repair from that stimulus comes the recovery. And so if you're not recovering enough, literally you're just breaking down your body more and more, never causing adaptation, causing too much stimulus. And the third lie that the fitness industry is telling you is the common, get a physique like this. How to achieve a physique like mine. This is how to get abs like mine. This is how to get a big chest like mine, right? Yes, that information that they're telling you is good information for the general public in the fitness industry, in the fitness world, right? But again, it has to work for you. And the thing about it is, you cannot get the physique that I have. I cannot get the physique that you have. I can never achieve the same physique that Chris Bumstead has. All right. And that is because we all have different genetics. We all have a different genetic makeup, right? And so it's impossible to achieve a physique like somebody else because we have totally different genetics. And I know, right, that's thinking about polar opposites, right? And yes, you can achieve a physique like somebody else, but it's all about the mindset. Don't crush yourself. Don't destroy your mental health because you can't achieve a physique like your idol, right? Like someone you really want to. It's impossible. Just know that it's not going to look exactly like them, but know that you can achieve similar results. This is what my shredded six-pack ab looks like. That's the one thing too, right? I had the hardest problem with this is my ab insertions, they look pretty weird and unique and different. And I hated that, especially also my chest gap. My chest pectoral muscles, they don't connect with each other right in the center on my sternum, right? They kind of have a separation. And I hated that growing up, right? And I was like, how can I close this? And the fitness industry said, do these close grip chest presses, do a lot of pec flies and it'll fill in. Totally untrue. It's my genetics. I cannot do anything about that. And the fitness industry even lied to me with that. So again, that's the third lie, right? You can't replicate someone's physique exactly, someone's health status exactly. We're all different, and you have to understand that you can achieve similar results. How did someone get their physique so that I can make it work for me, but it's not going to work exactly like it did for them for you? So there you have it, the 3 lies that the fitness industry has been telling you for years, for decades, right? And like I said in the very beginning, I love the fitness industry. I think it's so positive right now. I think it's such a strong movement, and I think more healthy people are coming up. But that's the reason why I love it and why I hate it. It's there's so much misinformation going around, and so you just kind of have to weed through it, right? That's one of the reasons why I became a health and fitness coach, of what I do now for work and as my career. It's because I went through so many trial and error and mistakes and phases of failing throughout my 7 years so far of transforming my own health and physique, right? I went through so many failure phases, and I want my clients to avoid that completely, right? If they want X result, I can get them there so much faster than it took me. And I think that's one of the coolest parts. So again, I love the fitness industry. It's great in one sense, but it's also horrible in another sense. It can destroy you, or it can actually make you into the greatest version of yourself. And it's how you apply all of that information. So like I always say, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope it was able to motivate and inspire you, and again, teach you something that you never knew about. Make sure to leave any comments, any questions in the comments below. And if you have any interest in what I do, head over to my Instagram. I'll have a link in the description of this video. Head over to my Instagram, drop me a follow, and DM me the word now. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, working with me personally, DM me the word ready. That obviously tells me that you are ready to expedite the process, get the results that you have always wanted as fast as possible, but also most importantly, building the lifestyle, achieving those results so that they're sustainable for a lifelong result.